dual screen layout and unique touch input, the Nintendo DS was a massive gamble for the Kyoto-based company, but it's a gamble that paid off handsomely as the DS would sell over 150 million units worldwide. Given the system's record sales, it comes as no surprise there are millions of units circulating on the second-hand market. However, the DS would undergo numerous revisions, and this can create confusion among the uninitiated. In this video, I'll be comparing every iteration of the DS and help you choose the one that best suits your lifestyle. The original DS was first released in America on the 21st of November 2004. Given this was the first iteration of the DS, the form factor is not as sleek as future revisions. This original unit features two game slots, one in the back for playing DS game cards and one in the front for Game Boy Advance cartridges. Unfortunately, original Game Boy and Game Boy Color games are not compatible with the DS. On the flip side, the GBA slot doubles as the interface for accessories to enhance the gameplay of certain titles. The most common one is the Guitar Hero grip, which is mandatory for playing Guitar Hero. It's also worth noting the original DS uses the same charger as the Game Boy Advance SP. Aside from its chunky form factor and the stylus pen being located on the rear, there's nothing glaring about the original DS, but I'm struggling to recommend it over its younger siblings that offer a more robust experience. In March of 2006, Nintendo began the rollout of the DS Lite and features numerous improvements that you might find interesting. Upon picking it up for the first time, the Lite reflects its namesake by weighing 57 grams less than its predecessor. The Lite also has new screens that feature improved viewing angles and brightness levels. However, the biggest draw of the Lite is the impressive battery life. On a full charge, the system can last between 15 and 19 hours, which is the longest battery life of any model in the DS family. Control-wise, the buttons remain the same, but feel spongy when compared to the original DS. The buttons for start and select now reside below the face buttons, while the power button has been relocated to the right side of the screens and takes the form of a sliding switch. The stylus also has been shifted to the right, which is brilliant for right-handed people, but not so great for lefties. The system's I/O remains untouched, with the Game Boy Advance slot being present and correct. However, the charging cable connection has been changed to one that is unique to the DS Lite. Overall, the Lite is an excellent revision that improves on the original in almost every way. During the holiday season of 2008, the DS underwent another transformation in the shape of the DSi. This new iteration sports a souped-up processor and a brand new operating system. The DSi also features a built-in camera and expandable storage. Unfortunately, the GBA interface has been removed entirely from the DSi. This means you can no longer play GBA games or make use of the Guitar Hero grip. On the flip side, a few games could take advantage of the DSi's unique features. These games will also work on the regular DS and DS Lite, however there was 6 games that ran exclusively on the DSi. The most common one is Face Training, which shipped on the white card to indicate that it only works on the DSi. While DS games are typically region-free, DSi exclusive games are region-locked, and some games with DSi enhancements also utilize region encoding on the DSi. However, the region lockout for DSi enhanced games does not apply to the original DS or DS Lite. Yeah, I know it's confusing, and shame on Nintendo for pushing this anti-consumer nonsense in the first place. On the positive side, the DSi uses the exact same charger as the 3DS. Furthermore, the DSi saw the debut of DSiWare, a collection of small downloadable games that could be purchased from the DSi shop. Sadly, all digital storefronts on the DSi have been shuttered as of 2017. Assuming the region encoding and the lack of a GBA slot does not bother you, the DSi remains a fine option to play DS games. The DS would see its final revision at the end of 2009 with the launch of the DSi XL, or LL as it was known in Japan. As the name implies, the XL is a meatier version of the DSi and features screens that are 93% larger than the original model. Unsurprisingly, the XL is the heaviest of the DS family, tipping the scales at 314 grams. The system's battery life has also been increased, and when it's fully charged, the battery can last between 13 to 17 hours. As for the chipset and operating system, the XL is identical to its smaller brother with no enhancements to speak of. At this point you might be asking, who is the XL being aimed at? The most obvious answer is people with larger hands or simply like the idea of playing DS games on a bigger screen. Anyone with visual impairments will also benefit from the boost in screen real estate, as text will be more legible compared to other iterations of the DS. Before wrapping things up, here's a recap of every iteration of the DS. The original DS features a GBA slot and uses the same charger as the GBA SP, but it's not compatible with DSi exclusive games and has the worst screen out of all the systems. The DS Lite retains all the functionality of the original DS, but is now presented in a lighter, sleeker form factor. The Lite also has better screens and the longest battery life of any revision in the DS family. However, the Lite makes use of a charger that is unique to the system. The DSi features beefed up hardware that can be utilized by DSi enhanced titles and a handful of DSi exclusive games. Furthermore, the system features a built-in camera and storage that can be expanded with SD cards. However, this revision cannot play GBA games or make use of accessories like the Guitar Hero grip. Furthermore, you must deal with the annoying region encoding of DSi enhanced software. On the positive side, the DSi utilizes the same charger as the 3DS. The DSi XL is a larger version of the DSi and features the biggest screens of any system in the DS family. This model is best suited for someone with visual impairments or has giant hands that belong to a basketball player. That brings us to the end of the DS comparison. I would like to thank Ben for the loan of his original DS unit, and assuming his check doesn't bounce, you'll find links to his social media accounts in the video description. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Anyway, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more gaming goodness on Windy Corner TV.